Hello! It's Thursday. It's 7 p.m. That must mean it's time for me. Me. Hello all. Right. Pretty boring stream today. I've run out of ideas, so I'm doing some programming. I know you love it when I do programming. Today, I am investigating how to program and create my own extensions for Godot. Or I will be eventually. At the moment, I'm compiling Godot fresh. So I've got the latest version to work with, and it's at 80% and counting. So I won't be starting any programming until that's finished. So, yeah, happy Thursday. And why hasn't my screen updated to the right size on here, I wonder? Where are we? Tools, Advanced Scene Switcher. Something hasn't updated properly with it. Select that one, select Run Macro, that's better. I've shifted that out of the way. So yes, how have you all been this week? It's been a lovely week this week, hasn't it? Yeah, so programming, that's what I'm doing. Where is it? There it is. No, it's not. Hello? Why is that not showing? Oh, because it's the wrong computer. That's the right computer. Fool. Someone slapped me. I'm still asleep. We're at 81%. Ooh, jumped up to 92%. That's nice. Okay, Godot extensions in C++. They are a way of getting Godot to do things that it's not normally able to do. I'd like to use it to connect a webcam into it and then display the contents of the webcam on a surface within Godot. Specifically, I want this here, where are we? Here we go, this here picture of me to be perfectly embedded within this curved window here and have it move around with the window as the window moves. To do that, I have to have the webcam in Godot. But Godot has no support for webcams in Linux, so I'm going to look at programming my own. But that'll be stage 2. Stage 1 is finding out how to actually create these extensions in the first place. Stage 2 will then be investigating Pipewires camera system. So I think that's going to be the easiest way of interfacing with cameras. And then I'll be able to do really funky things with my overlays. So, yeah, that's my plan. Once we've got Godot compiled, I can then move on to the extensions and investigate them. Which will be interesting. Well, interesting for me, I don't know about you. It'll probably bore you silly. So I won't be surprised if you all disappear off and do other things today. So I'll just sit here and talk to myself whilst programming, which I do anyway, so there's nothing new there, really. 93%. We are getting there gradually. And we've got adverts, I notice. Hello, Garfield. Yes, I think that's going to sum up my audience today, I think. If anyone's watching, you'll be bored. I'm sure there are much more interesting things to watch than me programming. Especially if there's no Canadians here to make fun of. %. I should have started compiling this earlier, but I couldn't work out what to do on my stream today and just decided in the last few minutes that stuff it. I've been wanting to look at this for ages, so I may as well. Yeah. Godot takes forever to compile. A Godot long time to compile. And we're always waiting for Godot on this channel. It would be nice, actually, to replace my whole stream and all these overlays with a 3D world, and like have a monitor on the wall with me on it, and another one over the other side with what I'm doing on it, and move around in the 3D world to go to different scenes and things. That would be quite funky, wouldn't it? That's never going to happen, though. But it would be interesting to try. Have a fully virtual 3D stream with augmented reality. How long's it been on 94%? I think these are Microsoft measurements. 94% is 80% of the compilation. Ooh, 95. We've made some progress. Is it using all my cores for this? Or not? It looks like not. I'm sure that could be compiling faster. Problem is, it uses this system called scones, and I have no idea what scones is. Hang on, am I even compiling it on the right? Am I compiling this on the right host? Or am I compiling it on my streaming computer? Hang on. I think I'm doing this on the wrong computer even. There's something wrong here. Oh, one other thing that's wrong. Something that's very wrong. Got no background music. I'm compiling this on the wrong computer, aren't I? Yes, I am. Completely wrong computer. Right. I'm going to have to start it pretty much again. Although if I copy... Have I got it? Anything on here at the moment? Too many windows. No, I haven't got it on here at all at the moment. I'll just copy the whole lot across. Hopefully it'll continue the compilation. It's going to be one of those streams, isn't it? Where I'm doing everything wrong. This should work a bit better once it's copied over. Might be a bit quicker. Run it on the 10th gen instead of the 4th gen. Eventually, once it's copied. Copy all the Git stuff with it as well, hasn't it? Chug chug, just copying away, gradually getting there. Taking a long time over it. Still copying. Come on. It's a gigabit connection. It should be going faster than this. Too many little files, that's the problem. Maybe I should have used rsync instead of SCP. I think that does it in a slightly more efficient way. Far too many files. Hey, it's finished. Okay, let's run scones. Oh, I need scones first. Everyone needs scones. Scones. Let's see if this works. Although I may not have all the things now that I need to compile it on this computer. Building from source. Compiling for Linux. Arch Linux. I need those packages. Do I have them all? Except I don't want Pulse Audio because I use Pipewire. There's nothing to install. That's good. I've got everything I need. Oh, good. Straight up to 96%. So we shouldn't have lost any time, really. Just took a bit longer doing that first section than it should have done because I was doing it on the wrong computer. Because I'm an idiot. I think this is going a bit quicker now than it was before. 97%. It is now using all my cores though, of course, which is much nicer. So Scones is obviously able to work out how many concurrent threads it should be running to maximize its throughput. That's nice of it. .98. And then we've got to link, and that takes half an hour. While that's going, I might start working through the instructions of the example. Okay. Godot GD extension C++ example. The C++ bindings for GD extension are built on top of the C GD extension API and provide a nicer way to extend nodes and other built-in classes in Godot using C++. This new system allows the extension of Godot to nearly the same level as statically linked C++ modules. You can download the included example. Nah, type it in. Don't learn by downloading. There are a few prerequisites you'll need. A Godot 4 executable, 99% done. A C++ compiler. Yeah, I think I've got one of those. Scones, using it now. A copy of the Godot CPP repository. Godot CPP. We've got that, yep. You can download it from GitHub or let Git do the work for you, blah, blah, blah. To use GD extension, you need to use the Godot CPP branch that matches the version of Godot that you are targeting. For example, if you are targeting Godot 4.1, use the 4.1 branch, which is what is shown throughout this tutorial. The master branch is the development branch, which is updated regularly to work with Godot's master branch. I'm working with master. I'm always bleeding edge, me. Our long-term goal is that GD extensions targeting an earlier version of Godot will work in later minor versions, but not vice versa. For example, a GD extension targeting Godot 4.2 should work fine in 4.3, but one targeting 4.3 won't work in 4.2. Fair enough. It's currently experimental, which means that they may break compatibility in order to fix major bugs or include critical features. For example, GD extensions created for Godot 4 aren't compatible with 4.1. Fair enough. That's understandable at the moment. It's all very experimental. Okay, step 1. Create an example project. GD extension CPP example. Git clone. I don't want the branch because I'm using head here or master. So I'll just reclone the repository again. It's only fairly small. Okay, if you decide to download the repository or clone it into your folder, make sure to keep the folder layout the same as we've set up here. Much of the code we'll be showcasing here assumes the project has this layout. That's fair enough. Building the C++ bindings. Now we've downloaded our prerequisites, it's time to build the C++ bindings. The repository contains a copy of the metadata for the current Godot release, but if you need to build these bindings for a newer version of Godot, simply call the Godot executable Godot -- dump extension API. The resulting extension API.json will be created in the executables directory. Copy it to the project folder and add custom API file equals whatever to the scons command below. I don't think I'll be doing any of that. Okay. To generate and compile the bindings, use this command, replacing platform with Windows, Linux or Mac OS depending on your OS. The build process automatically detects the number of CPU threads, etc. Okay, so cd Godot CPP and scons platform equals Linux. I don't need the custom API file. Hopefully it won't need Godot to be in existence yet. Because it isn't in existence yet. This is really going to be stretching my CPU to its maximum now. This step will take a while. When it is completed, you should have static libraries that can be compiled into your project, stored in Godot CPP/bin. Now it's time to build an actual plugin. We'll start by creating an empty Godot project in which we'll place a few files. Not yet, we won't, because it's still compiling. Open Godot and create a new project. For this example, we'll place it in a folder called Demo inside our GD extensions folder structure. In our demo project, we'll create a scene containing a node called main and we'll save it as main.tscn. We'll come back to that later. Okay, all in good time. Back in the top level GD extension module folder, we're also going to create a subfolder called source in which we'll place our source files. You should now have demo, Godot CPP and source directories in your GD extension module. Nope, not yet. Give me time. Got to finish compiling everything first. Not much more to do while this is gradually ticking away. Maybe it's time to invest in a Threadripper. Or some fancy new Xeon with 128 cores or something stupid. Like that's ever going to happen. You know my aversion to spending money on tech. I would much rather find it at the tip, get it free, spend my bits on more interesting things. Still compiling Godot. 100%. It's been 100% for a Godot awful time. I want to know where everyone's hiding today. They've obviously seen that I'm programming and decided, no, stuff that, can't be bothered sitting watching a programming stream. And I really don't blame them, to be honest. It's not the most scintillating of streams. But you don't come here for the streaming, you come here for the Canadian abuse, don't you? That's the whole raison d'etre for this stream, is to abuse the Canadian. But even without the Canadian here, I mean, where is the Canadian today? There's no fun without the Canadian to abuse. Ah, here he is! Mention Canadians and he turns up. You've been lurking in the corner. Playing with Adele, no doubt. I'm going to punish you for sitting there quietly. There you go, have a burger. You've been burgered. Well and truly burgered. Now I want you to take that burger and pass it on to somebody else. Are you infesting my chat with Canadian flags? I haven't had a chance to watch your latest video, unfortunately. I've been a bit busy today. Fortunately, it would appear that Canadian flags don't render on my embedded chat system, which will save a lot of people a lot of pain, I think. Oh, hey, while this is compiling, we could do a watch party of your video, shall we? I could put it on and watch it now while this is all compiling away slowly. Between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah, that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait, no, it's living with no shame. Wait, no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well, I just want to be happy. How to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night. You won't file a DMC. I hope not. Right. BGM stop. Let's shut that up. It helps if you've got some sound, doesn't it?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Retro Recall. I hope you're doing awesome. Today we have another notebook PC on the bench, specifically a business class compact Evo laptop from 2001-2002 era. So that's which this model, specific model, was manufactured.
Something seems to be going wrong here. Hang on. I seem to have lost my connection to my computer. It's not updating properly. Maybe it's just purely because I'm completely crippling the CPUs at the moment. Although I've finished compiling and linking Godot, but it's not updated on the screen. Oh, that's a bit of lag going on there, I think. It's just a small amount of lag. Maybe once it's finished, while it's compiling, it might work. Just my computer's just not powerful enough to do all this compiling and use NDI at the same time. Let's turn NDI off a moment. It should vanish eventually. Come on, disappear, will you? And then I'll turn it back on again now and see what happens. Is it going to start updating? That looks a bit better. Hey, now we can see it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Retro Recall. I hope you're doing awesome. Today we have another notebook PC on the bench, specifically a business class compact Evo laptop from 2001-2002 era. So that's which this model, specific model, was manufactured.
Oh well, too late, it's finished compiling. We'll have to put that on hold for later. Okay, right, where are we? Creating a simple plugin. So we should now have, there's the bindings. Right, now it's time to build an actual plugin. We'll start by creating an empty Godot project in which we'll place a few files. And place it in a folder called demo. So let's make demo. Actually, I'll just go... Let's just pop that into my bin folder. Where are we? GDD extension. Okay, we want to go Godot -E for the editor. And a new project. We'll call it GD extension test. No, demo. And in demo, select current folder, create and edit. And eventually Godot opens. On the wrong screen, of course. Okay. in our demo project, we'll create a scene containing a node called main. So we'll just create a node and call it main. And we'll save it as main tscn. Save a scene as main tscn. Okay. We'll come back to that later. Back in the top level, GD extension module folder, we're also going to create a subfolder called source, in which we'll place our source files. You should now have demo, Godot CPP, and source directories in your GD extension module. Correct, we do. That is exactly what we have. We are on track. In the source folder, we'll start with creating our header file for the GD extension node we'll be creating. We'll name it gdexample.h. gdexample.h. Okay. So what does this have in it? It's got your typical header guard. It includes the sprite 2D. Creates a namespace of Godot and creates a new class which is a subclass of sprite 2D. Initializes GD class. Sets the time passed, bind methods, constructor, destructor, and a process method. Okay. Let's pop that lot in there. There are a few things of note to the above. We include sprite2d, which contains bindings for the sprite2d class. We'll be extending this class in our module. We're using the namespace Godot, since everything in GD extension is defined within this namespace. Good, keeps things clean. Then we have our class definition, which inherits from our sprite2d through a container class. We'll see a few side effects of this later on. The GD class macro sets up a few internal things for us. That's that bit there. Okay. After that, we declare a single member variable named called time passed. In the next block, we're defining our methods. We have a constructor and destructor, but there are two other functions that will likely look familiar to some and one new method. The first is bind methods, which is a static function that Godot will call to find out which methods can be called and which properties it exposes. So that's how it sort of hooks into the Godot system. The second is our process function, which works exactly the same as the process function you're used to in GD script. So that gets called when the module is loaded to hook in all your functions, and that gets called basically every frame. Nice. Let's implement our functions by creating our GD example CPP file. Okay, what do we have? We've got some pretty standard includes, our namespace, bind methods, which is currently empty, and our initializer or constructor, which is setting time passed to be 0. Our destructor is empty, and our process, which again takes delta as per normal, time passed plus equals delta. So tick the time up. We get a new vector2 position, which is, this looks pretty much identical to working in GD script actually. Vector2 is a new position which is going round in a circle by the looks of things. Sin on one axis, cos on the other axis. That's going to be going around in a circle or maybe an ellipse. And call set position. That's just like working in GD script, almost identical to working in GD script. just with C syntax instead of Python-esque syntax, which is nice. This one should be straightforward. We're implementing each method of our class that we defined in our header file, yes. Note our process function, which keeps track of how much time has passed and calculates a new position for our sprite using a sine and cosine function. Yes, indeed it is. There's one more C++ file we need. We'll name it registertypes.cpp. Our GD extension plugin can contain multiple classes, each with their own header and source file, like we've implemented GD example up above. What we need now is a small bit of code that tells Godot about all the classes in our GD extension plugin. Right, so this is basically the glue that holds everything together. So this is registertypes.cpp. So we've got pretty standard headers, the same namespace, initialize example module. This is where we would, if P level is not level seen, return. So this only operates when you're initializing the module for a scene. That's fair enough. Register class our example class. Uninitialize example module would be remove it and turn things off if you need to. And then we have a C binding here, which is example library init object, register initializer, register terminator, and set minimum library initialization level. So it's telling it that it only really wants to have anything to do with scenes. That's good. And then return that, the initialization of that object. Interesting. So that's binding one object. For this one library. I wonder how you do multiple ones then. I'm sure they'll cover that in a later bit. Okay, the initialize example module and uninitialize example module function get called respectively when Godot loads our plugin and when it unloads it. Yeah, thought so. All we're doing here is parse through the functions in our bindings module to initialize them, but you might have to set up more things depending on your needs. We call the function register class for each of our oh, of course, yes. You don't need to do this multiple times. You do this once, and then you do your multiple classes in here. Of course you do. You register multiple classes at this point. Aha. We call the function register class for each of our classes in our library. Yeah. The important function is a third function called example library init. We first call a function in our bindings library that creates an initialization object. This object registers the initialization and termination functions of the GD extension. Furthermore, it sets the level of initialization, core, servers, scene, editor level. And at last, we need the header file for the register types CPP named registertypes.h. That's included here. So what do we have here? This is just got our two functions in it, basically. That's all there is in there. That's easy enough. We cannot easily write by hand construct file that scons would use for building. For the purpose of this example, just use this hard-coded construct file we've prepared, okay? So that wants to be in the folder above, apparently. Once you've downloaded it, place it in your GD extension folder structure alongside the bindings, the source, and the demo. So what's in a construct file? Not a lot, really. It's Python, unfortunately. Okay, now we run scons platform equals Linux. Building targets. You should now be able to find the module in demo/bin/platform. Once it's finished. Indeed, Carrot House, it is. But I've run out of ideas, and this is something that I've been wanting to look at for a while now. Maybe once I've finished doing this a bit, I might switch over and play a game instead, because I know you like it when I play games. See ya. Now, where's the Retro Recall channel? Having the unsubscribe button on there. You're not subbed to me. What? You're not subbed? You're not subbed to me? How dare you not be subbed? I'll let you unsubscribe on Patreon if you subscribe back on here. Time's ticking. I've just noticed I've got no mouse cursor showing. That's silly. There we go. Now you can see my mouse cursor. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. It won't let you what? It won't let you subscribe? I find that hard to believe. You're making up excuses now, aren't you? You're trying to sub, but it says no. What's saying no about it? Are you bankrupt? Am I too expensive for you? Financially and emotionally. Well, we know about the emotionally part. So it's part of being Canadian, isn't it? It's taking a long time to just compile these 2 source files, isn't it? Me? As if.
Putting it at 22, 23 years old, which is pretty awesome for the shape that the machine is in. And I debated doing a video on a laptop this soon, just because we've done it over the last few weeks. There's been a few of those videos. But when I saw this machine, I said I just had to bring this to everybody because I just love this look of machine. It comes from that era, the turn of the century of the late 90s, early 2000s, when it was the wild west of computing. And I continue.
It is a good-looking laptop, that, though. It has to be said. It is a classic compact design with that silver flashing down one side and the 90-degree rotated compact logo on it. It is a good-looking laptop. A classic design of compact days gone by.
Continue to say that because manufacturers working on trying to stuff as much performance, as many components, competing with each other, whether it was OEMs or third-party manufacturers in terms of performance, speed, and the latest. And of course, they all came with price tags, but then of course,
hey, thank you for subscribing.
To bring those costs down.
I won't unsubscribe from you now. We finished compiling as well. You had no choice.
You will subscribe.
Right, now we can move on. You should now be able to find the module in Demo Bin platform. lib gdexample.linux.template debug x8664.so. Hello, Nesriel. How you doing? Now, is this not going to give me message? I've never been able to debug this.
Carter's82 says.
Yeah, 3 months already.
Yay, it worked. It worked. I was hoping that would work. It's not something I can easily debug, that one. Three months already, yes. How time flies. You get to sit in an hour-long meeting in 10 minutes. Oh, horrible things, meetings. We like background noise, yes. That's the point. Let's have some background noise. Oh, no, I don't want to splay it. BGM play, not splay. There we go. Let's get our music going. Okay. I've just finished compiling the demo example. Here we've compiled both Godot CPP and our example library as debug builds. For optimized builds, you should compile them using the target equals template release switch, fair enough. Before we jump back into Godot, we'll need to create one more file in demo/bin. This file lets Godot know what dynamic libraries should be loaded. You're the icon king, Carrot House. The icon king of Canada. The file lets Godot know what dynamic libraries should be loaded for each platform, and the entry function for the module is called gdexample.gdextension. gdexample.gdextension.
Young one, yeah, that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait, no, it's living with no shame.
Okay, so this is it tells it what to call to run it. Compatibility minimum and the SO files for each operating system. That's pretty simple and straightforward.
Trust your gut, it can show you what you
I think we were already on pop. So for Linux debug x86-64, it should be that. Which is bin, libgd example, Linux template, etc., which hopefully should match what I've just compiled. Which it does. Excellent.
Hey,
Hello, Carrot House. Yep, I've been learning Godot from the ground up to create all this wonderful stuff happening here. It's just all one program, all the music, all the graphics, all the sounds, all one Godot program. And it's mostly working, but every so often the chat just stops updating, and I haven't worked out why. I blame Twitch. It's usually Twitch at fault. But Godot is a lovely system to work in for this sort of thing. It just does everything for you. It's really nice. If you want to move something, you just say move it, and it goes off and does it. Everyone needs more hours in the day, absolutely, yes. It's certainly worth getting into. It's a great system. And I'm now extending it to hopefully add webcam support so that my face cam here can actually be part of the overlays for in Godot and be moved around with the windows and things rather than having that just dumped over the top by OBS, which should be interesting. Okay, this file contains configuration section, controls the entry point of the module. Yeah, I saw that. Set the minimum compatible version, which prevents older versions. Yeah, okay, 4.1's fine. I don't care at the moment. Not just for testing. Although this is effectively 4.3, the demo, the development version. The libraries section is the important bit. Yeah, this tells it what the paths are. Dependencies section allows you to name additional dynamic libraries that should be included as well. Alright, so if that would be where I would include things like the Pipewire library and things like that. Yeah, that looks like what we've got in our setup at the moment. Okay, time to jump back into Godot. We'll load up the main scene we created way back in the beginning. So actually I might need to then close Godot and restart it. Go on, close. Thank you. Okay, reload Godot. And load my demo. Add the newly available GD example node to the scene. So we should now have... Ah, there it is, as a child of Sprite 2D. Nice. We have the GD example. Oh, and it's moving it. Hey, look at that. That is nice. That is cool. I like that. No programming in Godot at all. Just add this new node and off it goes. Let's give it a texture, shall we? Hey. I like it. That is clever. That's really nice. I'm really chuffed with that. Oh, I'm a step ahead. Already assigned the node. Oh, it wants me to disable the centered. Where is that? That's under offset. There we go. By default, Godot uses the node icon in the scene doc for the GD extension nodes. The custom icon can be added via the GD extension file. The node's icon is set by reference to its name and resource path of an SVG file. Okay. The path should point to a 16 by 16 pixel SVG image. Read the guide for creating icons, whatever. Yeah, I won't bother with icons just yet. GDScript allows you to add properties to your script using the export keyword. In GD extension, you have to register the properties with a getter and setter function, or directly implement the get property list, get and set methods of an object, but that goes far beyond the scope of this tutorial. Okay, let's add a property that allows us to control the amplitude of our wave. Okay, let's just save this and close it. Now we're getting into the fun parts of it. Let's add a property. So in our GD example.h, we need to add a member variable and getter and setter functions. So here we shall add double amplitude. And getters and setters in the public. Okay, that's simple enough. And then in the CPP file, we'll have to bind the methods. So we're binding the get amplitude, the set amplitude, and creating a property called amplitude with a setter and a getter. That looks pretty straightforward. And we're going to start off with amplitude of 10. That's okay. So now we replace the 10s in here with amplitude. Okay, and one more. Amplitude? No. I'm not Australian. It's not amplitude. Okay, and then I need the setter and getter, which just will get the amplitude. Very simple functions, those. So now we need to compile again. I hope it's not going to compile the whole of the binders again. Nope, it's not. That's good. I am not cool. Right, let's go back into Godot again now. We should see a parameter there for it now. Eventually when it loads. So, GD example. Yeah, we have an amplitude. Except on the chat, we have an amplitude. So let's increase that to 50. There we go. $500. Hey, we're off. I can't give you a refund, unfortunately. It automatically marks it as completed. I need to find out how I can set the completed in my scripts so that if it's not able to change it for whatever reason, it can refund it. So for now, I shall give you a free Thor. I still need to shorten that jingle a bit to about a quarter of the length, if not even less. An eighth of the time. Right, I'm enjoying how that's working. Let's do the same, but for the speed of our animation, which is going to be just doing in time past. I'm not going to look at that code. I'm going to do this one myself without referencing the demo. So we want... let's have a speed variable. And we need two functions. We need a setter. And a getter. That should be all in there. And then in the C++ file, we need class DB, bind method, D method, get speed, GD example, get speed, and bind method, can't type, set speed, which is using P speed as the variable, GD example set speed, and then create the property, add property to the GD example class, property info variant float speed. So this is set speed for the setter and get speed for the getter. Start off with 1.0, I think, for the speed. And we shall have speed times delta. Okay. And then I'll copy the getter and setter. For set speed, which is P speed, Okay, we've now got that one, and get speed returns speed. Right. I then run scones. I can't type. It's method, not method. I don't know what a GDX maple is. Must be something Canadian. It's example, not X maple. Fingers crossed this time it works. Yep, okay. And do we now have a new property? GD extension demo. It's still working. And GD example, we have speed. Let's slow it down a bit. Nice, that works. Yay! Off it goes. That's working beautifully. So I've just added a parameter without referencing their code. We see another property called speed. Indeed we do. Changing its value would make the animation go faster or slower. We added a property range. They added a property range to it, did they? Ah, hello. Property hint range 020.01. Oh, hello. Let's add that. That's a new bit. Save and close. This is in the CPP file, isn't it? This is in the add property. Add property GD example property info variant float speed. Property hint range. Naught 20, 0 to 20 in 0.01 steps, I assume that means. We compile. I really wish I could type. There's an R in property. There's 2 R's in property to be precise. Right. Now if I go into Godot. Eventually. Oh look, it's got a little slider on it now. You can't see that, can you? It has a slider for the speed. Ha ha ha! Excellent. I like it. I'm loving Godot more and more. For simplicity, we've only used the hint range of the property method. There are a lot more options to choose from. These can be used to further configure how properties are displayed and set on the Godot side. I shall have to look into those later. Last but not least, signals. Now this will be important for what I want. Signals fully work in GD extension as well. Having your extension react to a signal given out by another object requires you to call connect on that object. We can't think of a good example for our wobbling Godot icon. We would need to showcase a far more complete example. This is the required syntax. Some other node, connect, the signal, callable, this, my method. To connect our signal, the signal, from some other node with our method, my method, we need to provide the connect method with the name of the signal and a callable. The callable holds information about an object on which a method can be called. In our case, it associates our current object instance, this, with the method, my method of the object. Then the connect method will add this to the observers of the signal. Whenever the signal is now emitted, Godot knows which method of which object it needs to call. Right, there's a lot to unpack in that paragraph. To connect our signal, the signal, so this is a signal in my extension from some other node with our method, my method, we need to provide the connect method with the name of the signal and a callable. So this is if I want to connect hang on, no, this is very confusingly worded. So my method is a function in my extension. I create a callable out of it. And I'm then connecting that to a signal on another node. Say a button or something. So it could be button connect, pressed, callable this, button pressed. So then when the button is pressed, my extension will get the signal to say it's been pressed and call the button pressed function internally. Right. Got it. Right. Having your object sending out signals is more common. For our wobbling Godot icon, we'll do something silly just to show how it works. We're going to emit a signal every time a second has passed and pass the new location along. Okay. In our example header file, we'll need to define a new member, time emit. This time, the changes in GD example are more elaborate. First, you'll need to set time emit equals 0 in either our init method or in our constructor. We'll look at the other two needed changes one by one. In our bind methods method, we need to declare our signal. Fair enough. This is done as follows. We add a property of... No, that's the speed one. Add signal. Method info position changed. Property info variant object node. Property info variant vector to new pos. So it's going to be calling the position changed, or emitting the position changed signal with two parameters. Node is the icon that's flying around, and new pos is its location. That's what I think that's doing. Okay, let's go on to the header file, and we need to add time emit as a double. And in the CPP file, we need to bind the signal. Add the signal. Okay. Here our add signal macro can be a single call with a method info argument. Method info's first parameter will be the signal name, yep. And its remaining parameters are property info types, which describe the essentials of each of the method's parameters. I thought so. Add a signal with a method info, property info for the object and the vector. Yeah, node and new pos. Next, we'll need to change our process method. Right. This is where it happens. Okay, it's just using time emit to measure time. Ooh, that is what I call a very, very rough approximation. If time is greater than 1 second, reset it to 0. I don't like that method. That is not good. So in here, my years of embedded programming experience tell me this is not a good method. If time emit is greater than or equal to 1, time emit has 1 subtracted from it. Not reset it to 0. If this happens to occur at 1.2, then you'll have, say, 1 second, 1 second, 1.2 second, 1 second, 1 second, and you get massive accumulated drift. By having it subtracting 1 instead of resetting to 0, the next second will be only 0.8 of a second rather than a whole second. So you get 1 second, 1 second, 1.2, 0.8, 1, 1, and you get jitter, yes, but you don't get drift. So that's a much more reliable way of doing timed events. So it calls emit signal position changed with this in the new position. Fair enough. Okay, so now let's run sconce on that, and then I shall hook that to probably just a print or something, or maybe to a label or something. Okay, that compiled. Back into Godot again. Okay, let's add a script here. And then GDX example, I should have position changed. Let's connect that to main. And here, got node and new pos. I shall just print new pos. Okay. Nothing will be happening yet. But if we run it, we have output. We have events. Fantastic. I can do events now. beautiful. I like it. We hope the above example showed you the basics. You can build upon this example to create full-fledged scripts to control nodes in Godot using C++. Absolutely I can, and I fully intend to. And that was reasonably easy and straightforward. I'm really impressed with the binding system for C++ in Godot. It's a good balance between raw C++ programming and pretty much exactly the same as GD script, which is really nice. And it's now 22 minutes past 8. And I am happy with my progress of the Godot stuff. I don't really need to do any more on that tonight. So, I shall open it to the floor. Name your game. Are we going to do some more Quake 2? Or are we going to do a different game? What say you? I'd be happy with more Quake 2. Come on. Come on, Quake 2, load. Hey, there we go. I think it's going to have to be Quake 2. We're making pretty good progress with this. That's a bit loud. I'm going to turn that down a bit, I think. Right, that's our quick save there, isn't it? That's the newest one. We're in the reactor. Let's get my chat up on that window there. And I just need to turn off one of these lights so I can see. That's a bit better. Let's get into gaming posture. No, I can't remember what we were doing in this now. How do you get your... Oops, I don't want to throw that away. That's emotes. I can't remember how to get the computer up. Where were we in this? I really can't remember what I was doing. I was lost, I think. Well, not lost, but running around in circles trying to work out what to do. And now I can't even remember what it was I was trying to work out what to do. Ah, hello, you're back again. You really should quit work and just spend 24 hours a day watching me stream. Which would be quite difficult because I don't stream 24 hours a day, but... Oh yes, I've just opened up the reactor, haven't I? And I need to... Oh, hello. And I need to turn off the cooling system or something, don't I? That's what I'm doing. They may not want me in there, but I'm going in regardless. Don't want to go that way yet, do I? I don't think I've got much choice. Yes, I am simulcasting. Activate cooling pump to lower coolant. And one thing I haven't done is Quake 2. Category. Quake 2. Done. Change my streaming information. And the title. Right, I need to turn off or activate the pump to get the reactor to overheat. Oops. So there. I'm a rubbish shot. That's better. Ooh, let's open a big hole. Ha! Excellent, some slugs. Shame there's no snails. Oh, cheeky. Bit of first aid, that's useful. A couple of shells. I assume I've got to go down that hole, have I? Hello? They weren't there just now. Pop. So, what's down here then? Couple of floating dustbins. Excellent. Death and despair. I don't know where people are today. That's it must just be a Thursday. Perhaps they don't like streaming on a Thursday. It's a bit of a non-day Thursday. We're not celebrating the arrival of the weekend, and we're not mourning the loss of the weekend. Stay down. I'm tempted actually to I nearly didn't stream today. And yeah, maybe I should move Thursdays to a split stream on a Friday. Thank you very much. Because I don't have... Oh. Ah! Cheeky. There's no call for that. Have some. Yeah, because I'm out Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and shall be streaming on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've only got Monday and Tuesday where I'm sort of not doing enough, doing other things so I can stream. So, but that means that when I want to do things that aren't really stream worthy, I end up doing a stream that's not stream worthy, like tonight. So maybe I should just not bother with Thursdays and use Thursdays to do things that aren't stream worthy. It would have saved you dollars. Oh, you'd only have to subscribe tomorrow instead then. There's no getting away from it, sorry. Right, I've done one. I assume there's another one the other side or something, is there? Is there another side? This is where I came in, up to here. There's no other doorways, is there? I've turned on that one. There is only the one in here, isn't there? Unless I go up here. Ah, there we go. Whoa, no, I don't want to go that way. Let's try that again. This time I won't be quite so eager to jump out. I'll look to see what there is. We have a platform here. Right. That gets me over to here, and there's a button. Sequence completed. Something went bang. Right. On these pistons up onto that ledge, I think. There we go. Bit of first aid. Save quickly. Now I'm up. Hey, who was that? Who's that? Oh, you. Where have you come from? Get down. Go back and get this health, I think. Right. Oh, there's more health there. So there. That's how I get rid of you. Top up my health. And save. Where are we going now then? Are we going down through the river bit here, are we? Let's top up my health again. This is the way back out again, isn't it? Back to the... I can't seem to... Oh, no. Got all the way back down there again. That was silly. What's round this way on this? So this brings me back to here. We go up one of these. Eventually, when it comes out, there we go. We're back to here. We climb up on here. There's the doorway. Out onto the ledge. Jump across onto here. Up, back onto here. Onto the ledge there. Round this corner. Up this lift. And we're back to here again. And that takes us back to the entry room of this area here. Oh, not sure I wanted to go down that. Oh, hello, exit. Maybe I did want to go down that. On to the next bit. Go to toxic waste dump. Activate pump stations. Okay, I think I'm going back where I came now, aren't I? That's nothing. What's down here? Sure, I've been here. It's loading. This looks like toxic waste. Activate stations 1 and 2. I think I'm on the right track here then. Serves you right for throwing stuff at me. Yeah. This does not look a healthy place to be. Some health and save. Grenade launcher. Another room full of grunts. Where's the grenade launcher? Never remember which one's which on here. There we go. Right, just the one at the top now. She fell over. She fell over permanently. Hidden goodies. Oh, stim packs. I like stim packs. He looks a bit big. Best bring out the big guns then. Or the semi-big guns. Fortunately, he's a bit slow. He's even slower now. A few more stim packs, that's nice. We'll have none of your lip, thank you very much. Any more? Who said that? Combat armor. Excellent. And next room. Oh, hello. Wasn't expecting you around that corner. And you weren't expecting me, were you? Ha ha ha. Who's next? I don't think so. Is that all you've got? Squelch. Environment suit. That means I'm going in the sludge, doesn't it? I'm going to be walking around in the toxic sludge. which is not going to be pleasant for the sludge. Anybody else around? That looks breakable to me. I was right. Access granted to Pumping Station 1. I'm guessing Pumping Station 1 might be down there, is it? Let's save before I fall down. No more here. Is that all of you? Loading. Splot. Well, I have none of that, thank you. Come on out to play. Bye-bye. Who's that breathing heavily in my ear? Anybody else? Or is that all of them? Is that all of them? That was a pretty weak ambush. Ah, they're hiding up here. Ow. That was a wallop and a half. Some more grenades. I like the way I cast a shadow, but the boxes that I'm stood on don't. That's messed up. Boom. Is that all you've got? Come on. Show some backbone. Thank you. Oh look, there's his backbone. Pumping station 1 activated. Excellent. One more to go then. That's it, blow yourself up. I've run out of my nice ammo now. There's a big heavy thing stomping around. I can hear him. There he is. That calls for the first ever firing of the BFG. You only get one. One down, one to go. 6 shots left with the railgun. Ouch. I'm in pain here. Hello, Ness, back again. Oh, did I kill him in the end? I must have done. Excellent. Pumping station 2 active. Proceed to reactor core. Kill all resistance. That sounds like a good plan to me. If nothing else, we're causing pandemonium down there. It's one way to do it. Ouch. Stop throwing that stuff. Right. Ha. Hey, recharge the BFG. They're all a bit twitchy now, aren't they? Oops, didn't want to do that. Although I think I might have to do that. Is there anywhere else I can go? I can go up here. That's one way of getting rid of those. Ah, I've got a blue key. Ah, it's brought me back up here again. Excellent. So I'm hoping back the way I came. Ouch. Oh, missed. Yay, body armor. Got a secret. Haha. Squelch. Another one down. Right, I need to get to the reactor core. Which might be the other side of this sludge tank. Ouch. Onwards and upwards, I suppose. Oh, hello. Where do you appear from? That's brought a lift up. Excellent. Whoa, hello. I'm a bit close with that, I think, wasn't I? Not really the best weapon for that bit. Let's choose something a bit more sensible. Oh. There wasn't two of those last time. There was only one, wasn't there? Bring up the bridge. And yes, I got 12 of these. He won't be going home to his missus. Unless, of course, that's his missus. Had enough yet? Haha. Who was that? Another one of those things. Go away. Right. Oh, I'm here. Extend that bridge. Things are not sounding too healthy. Oh, it's looking a bit flooded now. Primary unit objective complete. Proceed to Big Gun. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm going the right way or not. But I have been this way, and it was nothing big gun-like over here, was there? What's down here? I can't remember. Sounds like a big gun. Oh, I recognise this. I don't know where I'm going. I've gone round in a circle. Maybe it's not that way then. Ah, this is a new bit. Ah. Destroy Strog reactor complete. God, it's getting noisy. Destroy Big Gun. With an airstrike. Why didn't they just bring the airstrike in right from the beginning? Why did I have to go through all this rigmarole for them to then just come in with an airstrike anyway? I think that's a good place to leave it, actually. Let's save that and end game. Oh, I think I've had enough for this evening. Oh. Where are we? Where's my background music gone? It's disappeared. I've lost my button. There it is. I don't know where the background music had disappeared to. Oh. Warning, SQL exception caught. Error maximum prepared statement count reached. Can't create more than max prepared statement count statements. Oh, interesting. Maybe there's some function I'm not calling on my overlays to destroy some prepared statements that I create. And I'm overflowing the internal buffers. Nice. I shall have to RTFM on that one, I think. Ah, right. Well, that was a boring stream. I learnt a lot. I don't know about you. I now know how to make GD extensions for Godot. So now I can look into building my own webcam module for it, which will be interesting. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing over the next few days, no doubt. I won't bore you with streams of that. So, yeah, I'll try and do another stream tomorrow. Pre-Shelby stream tomorrow with probably a bit more Quake 2, because we like Quake 2, and we're so close to getting to the end of it now. So close to the end of it. So it'd be nice to finish it. So I'll do a pre-Shelby and possibly a post-Shelby, and maybe even a during Shelby if his stream fails on him. I need more systems from the Waste Centre. I do, but we don't go there very often. So, and when we do, it's just basically a big skip full of electronic rubbish, and most of the times it's printers, it's dead modern hi-fis, and it's microwaves, and it's vacuum cleaners. Very few computers, and on the random chance there may be one, it's usually a bare bones carcass that's smashed to hell, so not worth getting. But every time we go, I do peer in and just see if there is anything, but there so rarely is now. I must order a shipment from Mouser. I've got all sorts of stuff that I've got to order from them now. I will get that done over the next few days and get it ordered, and then we can get on with the Walkman. I've also got a mini disc one as well that I need to get going, which I have plugged in, and it just comes up with error something or other on it, so I have no idea what's going on with that. So that's one to look at some point, but I don't really want to delve into that one until I finish the other Walkman. Otherwise I just end up with boxes full of dead Walkmans. It'll be fun because I've never really done anything with mini disc. My old flatmate used to be really into mini discs, but I've never really done anything at all with them. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on with that. But it's probably just dead. So it's a bit too modern to be recoverable, probably. Yeah, they're getting few and far between now. The most it's very big in Japan, mini disc. So outside of Japan, it's harder to find working ones. So maybe you'll just have to delve into Yahoo Auctions Japan and see if you can find something. That's probably your best bet for a mini disc player. Oh, if you're looking for a specific one, then well, yeah, who knows? Right, I'm gonna go. eBay Japan or Yahoo Auctions Japan. As I say, mini discs were very big in Japan. Right, where's my outro? There's my outro. So I've got a bit more debugging to do on my overlays with this SQL problem. So yes, if you enjoyed that, you may like to follow the channel or subscribe to... What am I saying? If you enjoyed that. That was a boring stream. You hated it, every bit of it. Both of you did. So, if you didn't enjoy that, then I would subscribe and follow the channel so that you can be notified when I'm doing a more interesting stream, which should be next Monday evening, but I will be trying to do a pre-Shelby stream tomorrow, definitely. So long as I get time. Oh, no, I can't do a pre-Shelby stream tomorrow. I am playing Skittles tomorrow evening. It's our choir social evening tomorrow night, so I won't be streaming tomorrow night, and I won't even be watching Shelby tomorrow night. So, no, there won't be a pre-Shelby stream tomorrow, so it'll be Monday, I would think. The next time I will be streaming, and I'll try and come up with something a bit more scintillating for that stream. Maybe I'll strip and rebuild one of my old computers just for the hell of it. But yeah, thank you for joining me for the torture that was a programming stream, but I really was out of ideas for today. So yeah, well, I'll see you Monday anyway. I'm off to make myself my customary cup of tea, which no doubt will sit on my desk and go cold like every other cup of tea I've been making recently. I don't know why I've been forgetting my cups of tea. I've got half cup of tea. I'll go and make myself a cup of tea, sit it on my desk, start working on something, and then 2 hours later remember I've got a cup of tea. Useless. I'm useless. So I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea now and drink it. And I will see you on Monday. Have a good rest of the evening and a good weekend.